Alrighty, we knew this was going to take a long time, going through all our thoughts on the trip. So we're actually going to be doing this in 3 parts. We're splitting part 1 and part 2, just talking about all the parks and museums we went to, and then the third one will be like the overall recap of all our thoughts. But starting off where we left off.
I want to say something. You never let me talk. You just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. So we did 12 parks and there's 11 left. No, that's not right math. There's 10 left.
And then we have more museums.
And the last thing we just did was Six Flags Great Escape, and we gave that a 28 out of 90.
That's a low score. Yeah, that's probably deserved. But they're with
the cleanliness got a -4.
And the food.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Why did I get such a bad score? I think I just had a lot of low scores.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one, which was Darien Lake. Aaron, start off your thoughts on Darien Lake.
I think the motorbike coaster they have there was like unique.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, and also it was like Ignite the Night was pretty cool.
What did you like about Ignite the Night?
No, it was just a cool show. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite uncertain.
Actually, I forgot I have to bite you now. Anything else besides those 2 things?
Close there.
Not really.
Scooch a little closer to me. All right, Mommy, your thoughts on Great Escape?
Great Escape, Great Escape.
Oh, then Darien Lake.
Darien Lake, I like that it was camper-ish there, and I found some more fun.
Yeah, that is where you got some more fun. That's funny.
Where are you going?
He's about to get some more fun.
Oh. And they had nice theming for the rides. Like, the kids section was all kind of woodsy.
Mm-hmm.
And they had Moose on the Loose.
Oh, yeah, Moose on the Loose. That was kind of like, what's that, Carowinds? No, Legoland. Yeah.
Yeah, but and the moose had different names and they talked.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And they had, like, beaver area.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of woodsy theme there.
Yeah, it was fairly well themed. Is there anything else you have?
No.
Okay. Let me see. I had the camping. I like the camping feel on the upper part, even though it was a little confusing. It just seemed like we went outside the park.
Yeah,
but
that
then
was weird.
That was weird.
And there was even a camp store. That's where I got some more fun. That was weird.
Yeah, that was a little strange. And I also have Ignite the Night. I loved how cheesy it was in parts, like "See you laser," and then them doing Baby Shark and all these other songs. I mean, there were some really cool effects they used, but at times it got super cheesy as well. Perfect mix. What was our score for that park?
Our score for Darien Lake was a 34.5.
Pretty low though overall.
And then now we're going to talk about the Play Museum
Oh,
in Rochester, New York.
Strong
museum.
That's what I meant. The National Museum of Play.
It was originally called the Play Museum.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Museum of Play.
Cool facts.
Aren't they? Okay, your thoughts on the Strong Museum?
The arcade is cool, and the part where it's like the Toy Hall of Fame and all that. I don't know. That was cool.
Yeah, that was actually interesting. Before I get to you, the Toy Hall of Fame was cool, but I think there was a lot of weird ones, like the stick was inducted in 2011.
Yeah, it wasn't like the first thing they inducted. Shouldn't the stick be the first thing they
Or
inducted?
there was a blanket, there was a Barbie. It was a little all over the place, but it was neat. Okay, what are your thoughts on the Strong?
Well, sticks are toys. It's just the way they order of them, the way they did it. Because they did it like way out of order. Anyway, my thoughts on the Strong Museum. It was super fun. And for Rochester, New York, I wasn't expecting much. But honestly, like, you could be in Rochester, New York for 2 days easily because
there was stuff
besides the Play Museum, there's also the Eastman Kodak Museum and the...
Jello. Is Jello nearby?
Oh, Jello and Leroy. And then it's on the lake. And also, there's a cool theme park that we didn't go to because we just thought it cost too much money. I forgot what it's called. Seabreeze.
Oh, yeah, Seabreeze.
And also, we went to the tie into this, but you can talk about the Play Museum in a second, or Strong Museum. We also went to the RSMC, Rochester Science Museum Center, and unfortunately we didn't have that much time there. We were only able to go to floor 1, and we went on a really awesome virtual reality ride.
No, that wasn't
going to
virtual
the
reality.
Oh, that wasn't virtual reality. It was.
I mean,
it was
a motion simulator.
That was cool. Which was cooler, that going to the bottom of the lake, or being inside a tornado at MSI?
The lake, because those people were crazy.
The acting was like they must.
Spot on.
Yeah, it was. Really
I felt
good.
like I was actually at the bottom of the
And
lake.
Rochester is really good location to a lot of other things. They're in, like, you're close to Darien Lake, you're close to Niagara Falls-ish area. There's a lot. You're close to 3 or 4 different theme parks. Okay, let's see what I put down for the.
And you're close to the Finger Lakes of New York.
You are. I put down for the Strong Museum. Even though Aaron really didn't enjoy it at first, their Sesame Street area is really freaking cool.
Yes, I got to take a video with Elmo.
Yeah, and you were looking the wrong way the whole time.
But the way it was set up
Yeah,
was weird.
I know. But anyway, the Sesame Street area, like they had actual Sesame Street, different sets. That was really cool. Yeah, I like the Strong Museum a lot. And we were there pretty much from Rope Drop to Last Kiss.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I think that's all I have for Strong. Okay.
Okay.
And
Got
now,
anything about RSMC, guys? Or just move on?
No, there's not really much to talk about except for the motion simulator.
right.
Okay, so Darien Lake, we gave it a 34.5. I don't know if I said that
You
yet.
did.
Okay, so next Fantasy Island, guys.
I'll before Aaron does it, I only have one note for it, and it's LOL. So let's
I
see what
have
Aaron
one note too.
Minus doesn't deserve bonus points.
And mine is, thank God we have an Apex Park Pass.
What did you put?
Doesn't deserve bonus points.
That's all
I
you
wrote-
have?
Yeah, that's all I have. Doesn't deserve.
I wrote crap, but I had a canoe ride.
Yeah.
Coaster
But-
was their wooden coaster was okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
We got in for, oh wait, luckily we got in for free and extra, and it didn't cost extra to go on the canoe ride. But the thing is, if you don't get in for free, oh my God, don't go there.
Even the park, if you could get in for free and pay for parking, it's almost not worth it.
Yeah. But hey, we got a coaster credit.
We got a coaster credit.
Unfortunately, we didn't get 2 coaster credits because the mouse coaster was down when we were there.
Yeah. All right, that's all we have to say about that.
And guess what it got out of a score of 90,
That's what I
guys?
was gonna say. Let's go straight to the score. What's the score?
3.5.
Yeah, it was the worst amusement park we've ever been to. Moving on, are we going to
Buffalo Science Center.
remind me of what that was?
It was
Whoa.
It had the cool exhibit where we were playing with like making a super long car and adding like the gears and like,
Oh yeah, you guys were doing that for a while.
And they had the factory of Inside a Human. And the coolest thing about this museum
that was cool.
is it was attached to a school.
Yeah, it was attached to a high school. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, that factory of the human body, that was really neat.
And they had a ton of iPads that were super interactive with the exhibits. And like, honestly, when I'm in Buffalo, New York, I'm not thinking that their science museum is going to be really cool, but it actually was.
Especially when it's attached to high school. We're like, are we in the right place?
Middle school.
It wasn't middle school. But anyway, yeah. That was a nice surprise. Anything else that jumps out at you about that science center?
No.
It stinks that they only had because we were hungry and
Oh, yeah.
they
We
only had
skipped-
a snack stand and wasn't even
We
open.
skipped New England.
We did skip New England. Good call, Tuck.
That's 'cause
But
you
it's
wrote it all the way over
Well, I wrote it
here.
over. Well, because we went through the 20. Well, we were one short when we wrote down the list, and then we forgot we went to New England.
Well, how about we go to New England next, because we're about to go to Canada, but we'll backtrack to New England.
Yeah, which is in Massachusetts. Okay, so so that's about all we have to say about that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to Six Flags New England. Go.
I didn't write anything for Six Flags New England, but Wicked Cyclone was a fun RMC,
Yeah, that was fun.
and Pandemonium was a good mouse.
It was fine.
Yeah,
And what about Superman the Red?
yeah, it was good. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty okay. I like the fact that they played the music going up the lift hill. That made it more more excited. What are your thoughts on New England?
Well, we were there in 2016, I believe, and back then Aaron didn't go on coasters yet. So like when we went there, I was not impressed with their coaster lineup.
Back then or right now?
Right now, because
Oh.
back then I wasn't paying attention to the coasters. And the RMC they have is cool and all, but man, it is slow.
It is the slowest RMC we've been on, yeah. Yeah, that's surprising. Because most of them
But
are...
I am glad we were able to squeeze it in and get all the snacks.
Yeah. Yeah, that one night when it was super rainy and we were only there for like 45 minutes maybe. That was fun. Let's see what I wrote down for New England. I put they have the poor man's Houdini because they had Houdini at Great Escape, or I mean Great Adventure, or was it Great Escape?
Great adventure.
Great Adventure. And yeah, the effects at New England were poor. Some of them were not working, and then the whole key thing at the end. Anyway, it was fun that was the first time we went on Houdini, but Great Adventure has a better one. The one I wrote was Superman and the RMC they had there, which we went over, and that's all we really have to say.
And the score is 43.5.
Yeah, about middle of the road. A little bit low. Because I remember first time we went to New England, it seemed a lot bigger than it actually is in reality.
Yeah, and I thought it was way cooler than it actually was.
Yeah, it's a kind of a
I mean,
shame.
it's themed in the front pretty well, but
Yeah, oh yeah. And we saw different characters. Like we saw Granny with Sylvester, and that was weird. I've never seen
yeah.
as a character. And last time we were there, I remember seeing like, gosh, what was the mouse? The Mexican mouse's name?
Speedy Gonzales.
Speedy Gonzales, and it was him and his girlfriend when they were there. I don't even know the girlfriend's name, but
Senorita Gonzalez.
yeah, I have no idea. That's a tiny bit on the racist side or stereotypical side, but that's fine, I guess. All right, on to the next one.
Canada.
Canada. So we wrote.
Do you want to talk about Niagara Falls?
Yeah, we should probably talk
Yeah.
about Niagara Falls first. Do we put a number for Niagara Falls?
It wasn't as cool as I thought it was gonna be.
There was 3 falls. I'll kind of agree with Aaron. It was cool to see it. I'm glad we saw it, but it was nothing particularly like the Grand Canyon or anything like that. It wasn't like breathtaking. Although it was way cool to be on the American side, that close to where the falls actually start, and you see the water go over the edge. That was really neat.
The Canada side did that too, though.
Yeah, that's not as. I think it was more pronounced on the American side than the Canadian side. Canadian side.
Canada.
What about Clifton Hill?
Remind me of what that is.
The crazy touristy area by.
Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot that's what it was called. Yeah, that's what I wanted to go talk to next. Yeah, that was nuts. I knew it was going to be touristy, but it was over the top. It was really cool.
Yeah, I was like, sorry. It was like Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah,
all-
all
On
Steve.
steroids.
on steroids and very compact.
Yeah.
And the fact that they had those casinos all over the place, that was a little jarring
And
too.
also there was this strip, like this whole like part of the street, like with the building, and then like all the buildings were connected.
Yeah, that was neat.
We
You
walked through the whole thing.
Yeah, that was pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah.
And it was very, especially the casino area, was very windy and over the top. It seemed like Vegas. It felt a lot like Vegas.
Mhm.
All right, but that's about. And then we saw Niagara Falls all lit up at night. That was kind of neat.
Mhm.
But other than that, I mean, that pretty much covers Niagara Falls, I believe.
Canada's Wonderland.
Canada. So we went to Canada's Wonderland, then Centerville.
Yes, I pretty.
No, we went to Centerville first.
I thought so too.
But let's talk about Ontario Science Center first. then.
Okay. The Ontario Science Center or the Toronto Science Center? I think they're called both things. What are your feelings on Toronto Science Center?
It's okay. It's not really like a very good science center.
Well, what pops into your mind when you think of the Toronto Science Center?
That one room with like the soundproof room and that other like things.
Yeah, the thing I thought, it just seemed like it was. Oh, go ahead, you with your thoughts.
I was just gonna say that when we first got there, it looked really big and like it has 6 floors, and then actually only one floor had anything really worthwhile on it. But even the one that was worthwhile, it was actually not really that cool, and it wasn't really that updated.
Yeah, the way I felt is, yeah, the layout is very weird. It felt when you're going down a bunch of escalators, Aaron doesn't know about it, but it's like in Universal Studios Hollywood, where you have to go down a lot of escalators to get to the part where you want to do stuff. But when you get down there, it's just like almost like it's a big open what do you call it? Convention center, big room, tall ceiling, and they have a bunch of different exhibits in the convention center. That's kind of what it felt like. I don't know if you guys agree with that. They had some cool stuff in there, but nothing revolutionary or things you don't really see at other science museums. It was cool for the uniqueness of the layout. I thought that was kind of
Yeah,
cool.
the building was really cool, and
Yeah.
it was cool. It was like in a forest.
Right, yeah. Looking out
Maybe
the windows.
it used to be a convention center.
Maybe, but that's what it felt like to me. Was that very convention centery? All right, now we go to Centerville.
But they spell center like S-E-N-T-R-E there.
Yeah, that's the European way, I think. So, what were your thoughts on Centerville? What did you write down and stay in frame?
NA.
Not available? Not applicable? What does NA mean? It's not available? You
Yeah.
don't have an opinion on
You
Centerville?
didn't like
Um,
anything
I-
about it?
The layout was cool. And like the way, like how it was on an island and stuff. Dark ride was okay, I guess.
I don't remember the dark ride. I remember going on it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't only remember the dark ride.
All right, what are your thoughts on it?
So I said it was not worth the price or the time consuming to get there.
I agree. It was kind of fun to take a ferry, and the ferry was very, very, very reminiscent of the ferry you take from the Magic Kingdom from the TTC.
But that one's free.
Well, I think it would cost us what, $5-6 to take the round
No,
trip.
it was $16.
Yeah, that's for all three of us.
I know, but still, you're already spending. We spent $15 to the park, $16 to go on the ferry, and that's before you even get to the park. And then I remember an all-day ride ticket was like, I want to say $50, but that's Canadian.
So that's like 80 Canadian dollars.
No, that 50 in Canadian dollars, so that's like 35 for us.
Yeah, but still, that's insane.
Well,
And I'm
80,
talking,
I said 80 Canadian dollars.
Okay.
so you're talking a family of 3. You're already spending over $100, and that park's not.
No, it's not. What I wrote down was, where am I? Unique area, because it is pretty cool, and it's worth taking the ferry. You get a really good view of the skyline of Toronto. That's a really cool view. It was worth doing it just for that.
Oh yeah.
But the park itself was it was like a rundown carnival.
Luckily, you can buy individual tickets because that's what we did.
And they were kind of expensive from what I remember. I think they were $1 each, and to go on the ride it was like $5.
Yeah, but it was Canadian money, so really it was like
Yeah, that's true.
it was cheap for us to go on. I think it was like $5 total.
Okay, so that's all we have about that. What did we put down the number for?
23.
That sounds about right. All right, now we're going on to Canada's Wonderland. Your thoughts on Canada's Wonderland?
Oh, I like how many different like coasters there are.
Yeah, there was a lot.
And
There was a good variety.
Leviathan and Behemoth are good coasters. And that we went on New Giga there, which is Leviathan. And I like how like Mountain's Guardian is a shooter and a coaster.
That was
And-
very unique ride.
And it's crazy how fast Vortex is.
Yeah. That was the suspended
Ninja.
coaster, like a ninja. Yeah. That was crazy. Your thoughts?
I said I like that they have that mountain and they have 3 cool rides that go in and out of the mountain.
That is neat. Is that it?
And Leviathan is good.
Yeah, Leviathan was a very good coaster. I have coasters galore. There was just a bunch of coasters there. And it was a good variety too. Did they have a Superman clone there? I don't remember if they did.
No.
Or not. Okay, but they had Yukon Striker just open. Did you know that was the tallest
Dive coaster.
dive coaster in the world?
No,
Yep.
you almost said Dice Coaster.
It's the tallest dice
It's
coaster.
dicey.
It's not dicey. It's okay. It's not. I mean, it's fun, but I don't know. I don't care for dive coasters a whole lot.
And I want to tell you guys something when you're done talking about Canada's Wonderland.
Okay, I've got one more thing. Oh, I have it marked down. It was probably the get on the plane.
Get on the plane?
Get on the plane. Yeah, get on the plane. It's probably the cleanest theme park I've ever been to. It was really. I think we mentioned that.
Oh,
Until I went into the bathroom.
didn't mention the light show.
I mentioned it later.
Yeah, we'll mention that part later. And it's really, really well themed. Like it seemed like when you're in the front of the
Oh,
park,
yeah, that was
you
cool.
see the fountains and you see the mountain, and then to the right it had like it kind of looked
Like
like
medieval.
yeah, it looked like Sleeping Beauty's
And
castle
then to
almost.
the left, there was like around the world section.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then when you get to the rest of the park, it kind of a little bit falls apart, especially when you get to Yukon Striker area. But when you go to the right, the medieval area, really well themed, and the rides were tied into it. It was pretty cool. And for the front of all the coasters, they had really good signs for them. It was. I appreciated the effort they put into it. Okay, I'm done now, so you can stop shaking your head, and you can tell us the score.
Ready for this, guys? With the top score for our whole trip, it's Canada's Wonderland at 74.5.
Yeah, I got a lot of good scores. Overall, it's just funny. It wasn't our favorite park. Maybe it gets
No.
on our top fives, but yeah, it got a high score because it did a lot of things really well. Okay, now we're getting the heck out of Canada, and we're going to Waldameer next. What are your thoughts on Waldameer?
I pretty much said like similar things to what I said with Knobles.
Okay.
Like cool. It's a cool ticket system.
Mm-hmm.
I like the coasters there, like Ravine Flyer 2 and whatever Comet or whatever. It's
Yeah, it was
called.
Comet.
And the Wacky Castle.
Was it Wacky Castle?
Wacky Shack.
Wacky Shack. That was a good dark ride. Yeah. I'm glad we got
I
a
like
video of it.
the little spiel that they do. Or I will chop off your arm.
That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
what they say.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
well,
does
it say, do not throw
With
things
your
at
arms.
me. Yeah, do not throw things at me, or your wristband will be taken away with. You
With
saw
your
it. You
arms still
saw it.
attached.
Yeah, with your arms still.
With your arm still attached.
Yeah, which was weird because it's Wacky Shack, and most of the ride was just scary.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like alien vibe because even the cars looks alienish. Like
Yeah.
spaceship.
Or on the funny side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't wacky, it was just scary.
Yeah. And let's see. Do you have any other thoughts on Waldameer?
I said it's really compact. Like I feel like if the park was spread out more, it would have a different vibe of it, kind of like Knobles, because it was just
Their
really-
train ride is long.
Yeah, their train.
Yeah,
ride
they were
was
train
long.
walk and slow. Was that the one where? Yeah. Well, it wasn't necessarily slow, but it was really long. Yeah.
We were on the Picnic Grove too.
Yeah, I was thinking of the slow train ride that was at Great Escape. Just like going back to Great Escape. Remember how
Their
slow?
Skyway is the slowest ever.
Yeah, it took a long time. That was like a 20-minute sky ride.
Half an hour.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, but I
back
put
to Waldameer.
down poor man's Knobles. I think that fits it pretty well.
And we were able to squeeze this in. We were gonna drive through Canada, but we had extra days, so we were able to add these extra parks.
Yeah. Which was nice. Yeah, these were all bonus ones. Like,
Oh, so Daddy spelled Knobles wrong on the piece of paper.
sorry, I don't remember how many E's are in it.
Oh my gosh, 2 B's?
Yeah, I think we're all.
Knobles.
I have it all spelled differently on all our sheets. I think one of them might be spelled correctly.
These were on yours.
Yeah, I'm sure of that. All right, on
It's
to.
Knoebe.
Waldameer got 31.5.
I mean, I liked it. It was good overall. I mean, I really liked the dark ride.
Okay, I know, we said this already.
Next one, Kanyet.
Blue Streak is
Gonna
is
fall
scary.
apart.
It feels like you're gonna fall. It's gonna fall apart.
That's the only time on any coaster I've been on where I was legitimately scared I was gonna die.
It's something just happened.
What?
It's the time turned red. I don't know. It's still going, but I
We'll
don't
see.
know what that means.
I don't know. Right, that was weird. Sorry about that. All right,
We were talking about Connie at Lake Park, and I was talking about how Blue Streak is scary.
scariest
Yeah.
ride I've ever been on. And-
Devil's Den is this pretty scary dark ride.
Yeah, it was a little bit on.
And you see boobs.
Boob, not two, just
If
one.
you go on it twice, you see boobs. Because we went on it twice. Because I wanted to see the lady with
All
a
right,
boob
we can
that
stop.
Jason said had a boob sticking
All
out.
right. We reached our limit of saying that word. But it was strange, and the way he has to push you around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the coaster, he just crosses over without like saying crossing or anything. He just,
Well, it's just one dude.
I know, but it's just weird. And then
Yeah.
he stops with the lever, and then Devil's Den, he pushes you up to the chain lift.
Yeah, and I like the park. It's not as bad as Fantasy Island, but I think but it's trashier.
Oh, it's definitely trashy.
Yeah.
But guys, it's only $10
For an all-ride pass. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome, and they have
Yeah.
a lot of really cool kids.
And they're really
rides.
close to a crappy beach area, so if you wanted to...
Yeah, and a really neat looking old hotel. Like, I liked it there, as you saw in the video. I made my own little spiel when we were leaving.
Yeah.
But I really liked it there because a lot of the parks that we went to have, like, they're old trolley parks. That means that, like, the trolley ended at that park. And a lot of them, it doesn't feel like that anymore because of all the updates it's gotten over the years. But this one, it actually felt like you were in the olden days at the end of a trolley line because...
I like their interactive midway.
Yeah, because it was so old.
Yes.
Like nothing was updated. Like it felt like it was you were right in 1925
Okay,
with an old coaster about to fall apart.
For what I put for Waldemar was a poor man's Knobles. For Kanyet, I put for a poor man's Waldemar. So yeah, there's a stepping stone down, but I did like Kanyet for what it was.
And
Those
they
two
have
rides
that
are
turtle ride
interesting.
too. Like that's a unique ride. That's only really I've only seen it at Kennywood and then Kanyet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
the
they have
Kennywood experience.
That cool like carousel-y one that had like the next to Devil's Den that I wanted to go on, but it looks boring. But and then they have a Tremont,
Trabant.
and they had pony rides. They're only $5 or 2 for $8. I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay. What was the score for Kanyet?
Kanye actually got a 39, higher than Waldemar.
That's weird. But I bet once we do the adjusted totals, it would be...
We're not gonna do that online.
Now on to Cedar Point.
No, actually... Oh, yeah, Cedar Point. Yeah, Cedar Point. This one we've been on to before, so we'll let Aaron... Okay, I'll just start it off, and then I'll let them talk about it. We were only there for 2 rides and dinner, so it was a pretty quick trip. Why don't you mention the 2 rides and the dinner?
Steel Vengeance and Top Thrill Dragster, I think was more scary than King Ka because you were like going straight, so like it looks like you're gonna go straight through the concrete.
Yeah.
And the launch, although at King Ka's faster by 8 miles, I think the launch is much more forceful.
You know why though? I was thinking about this because I think King Ka, the track is way longer, so it has more time to go up the top hat. Where at Top Thrill Dragster, the track's way shorter, so it just
it's like,
shoots you faster.
I couldn't breathe on the launch.
I know.
Yeah.
You should see my face on the pictures. It's nuts.
Yeah, it is nuts.
And then also, it was really busy that night we were there. Luckily, they were open till midnight because we didn't get there that late. I think it was like 7.
7:30, so there's something like that.
And like we only were able to go on Top Thrill Dragster and Steel Vengeance, like they said.
And
we
that's
tried to go to Wicked Twister, but unfortunately it closed an hour early at 11 p.m. Because if we were able to go on Wicked Twister,
What would happen if you went on Wicked Twister as well?
I would have been the coaster king of Cedar Point.
That's a pretty cool title.
yeah.
Next time we're
Coaster
there.
King.
Next time we're there. All right. Did we even give that a score?
Yeah, we did 69.
Michigan's Adventure.
Michigan's Adventure. All right. What are your thoughts on Michigan's Adventure? Is that all you have written down?
I wrote at least it's a Cedar Fair.
And not Six Flags.
Yeah, if it's Six Flags, it would have been even worse. But it's easily our least favorite Cedar Fair park. And
I agree.
yeah. What I wrote down is it's soulless. It didn't really have much of a feel to it. And the coasters were all on the boring side. So, I mean, it was a fine park. I mean, I wouldn't have paid money to go to it, but it was free, so it was fine. We had fun.
I like the fact that it's close to where we usually vacation. So now if we have a Cedar Fair pass, we can just go there and hang out and have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
And also, hey, I give them some props because they did name some rides pretty cool. Like Wildcat Wolverine. Like Wolverine, that's Michigan's, animal.
The raft ride was
And
called
then the
Grand
raft
Rapids.
ride, yeah, exactly. The raft ride was
I
called Grand
appreciated that.
Rapids. Like, at least it's not Hershey Park calling something just like, oh, there's
Z-Cups.
Roaring Rapids or Wild
Teacups.
Rapids, like,
or
yeah.
using
Teacups.
generic, like Fahrenheit or Vortex or whatever.
Yeah,
I can appreciate that. What was the score? That's all we really need to talk about with Michigan. Adventure.
45.
That's a higher score than I thought.
No. Home Sweet Home.
Home
Six
Sweet
Flags,
Home. Great America.
You guys skipped 2 things.
Oh yeah, because we're not hitting museums.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
A Henry Ford Museum.
Did I even write about it? I didn't even write about it.
I didn't write about it either.
Okay,
I
switch over to the
did.
kitchen. Okay, what did you write? And then
Lame.
It's the most boring.
But Greenfield Village is cool, but do not need to ride a Model T.
Have you ever been on a Model T before?
No.
Where are you from?
I can pretty much guess what it's like to be on a Model T. I don't need to stand in a long line to go on a Model T.
The train's huge. Sorry, go
The
ahead.
train looks cool, and I wish I would have went to more houses, but we were just so sad that Henry Ford Museum was so disappointing that we didn't really have as much fun time as we could have at Greenfield Village. But they did have a puppet show.
Yeah, they did. It started off promising and then it quickly got boring.
Yeah, they had a frog actually. If you saw the video.
Yeah, and they had one cheesy joke, and it was cute, but then the jokes just got progressively bad, progressively worse. Yeah, Henry Ford Museum. I've been to worse museums, but that's easily the most boring.
I think the worst one was
In Indianapolis. No,
what one?
the one we were by the paddle boat. No, that was
Oh yeah, that was bad.
bad, but maybe
But
that's not
La
the worst.
Brea Tar Pits.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's easily the worst one we've ever been to. By far. Yeah.
And then we went to another museum that day, Michigan Science Center.
That was cool.
What do you think, Aaron?
Oh yeah. What did you like about the science?
It was boring.
What about it?
I know what Aaron liked. He liked that long number on the wall. What was that number?
Oh yeah.
Google Plus.
A Google.
No,
Plex.
Google. Just Google.
It wasn't a Googleplex. It was just a Google. So they could have shown much bigger numbers.
He liked
Or
a lot of stuff
Googleplex,
there.
yeah.
He had a lot of fun there. He was playing with a lot of stuff. It was a very interactive museum.
Very
It
interactive.
was nice and refreshing after going to Henry Ford Museum in
Which
the
was
morning.
dull and boring. And it's really cool. I wish they would have done at the Science Center what they did at the Henry Ford, because they show interactive stuff about assembly lines and working on assembly line. They had a cool robot that was playfully telling you what its jobs were.
And I wrote what Henry Ford should have been.
Yeah, and even the restaurant we ate at, Ford's Garage, I think was the name of it.
Ford's Garage.
That was more. You learned more about cars than you did at Henry Ford. Well, they made it more fun to want to learn more about. All right, yeah.
All right, now Great America.
Now, Great America.
Our
What were your
home
thoughts?
park.
Just on the day we spent at Great America.
Um,
What did you write down? Oh, you didn't write anything down.
it was. I liked being back at our home park.
That's all I wrote. I wrote that it was.
I
I can't really say anything else that's like new.
I said prettier than I remembered. Because there are so many hanging baskets with plants, like really beautiful in them.
Yeah, with that being said, though, I didn't. I have a less of appreciation for our water park, unfortunately, because we wanted to go on. They only have like two ride.
They have one.
Two. We can go
Oh,
on
the
Hurricane.
lazy one.
Well, no. Yeah, the Mount
Mount Relaxation.
Relaxation.
Bubba Tubba is the
Bubba
typical
Tubba.
Which is only Aaron and I can go on. Or
And Tornado.
two. Yeah.
No, but Bubba Tubba isn't only. Bahama Mama is the Mount Zippy.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Well, Bubba Tubba then is the one that all three of us can go on.
Yeah.
So there's only two slides that all three of us can go on.
And one of them's
Are you
boring.
sure the red and white and yellow one we all three can't go
No,
on?
it's only two.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they recently changed that.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember. Because one of us had to go down.
Yeah, we need a water coaster, and we need and we need like another slide complex with two family raft rides. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
So we still like our water park a lot, but
Yeah,
there's
it's
quite a few we
definitely
like
number
better.
4 or 5.
Number 4 or 5. It's good. Okay. But I guess that's all we really have to say about Great America.
Six Flags Great America's score is 52. Now, can I have your phone?
Oh, yeah. Oh, crud. Hold on 1 second. I'll be back for the last second.